Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to TRG Central. Today we'll be running the March prep races covering weeks 10 to 13. Hopefully we can get all the races done within an hour. If not, we'll have to split up episode 3 into two segments, 3A and 3B, just like we did with episode 2. So first off, we'll be covering the top 10, which is now the top 20, as we had shown you on the last one of the earlier episodes on how to change the number of horses listed in the top 20 to make it a top 10, top 20, whatever. So, right now we have Angel and Empire with 3 starts and 3 wins, sitting at 60 victory points. As you see, it looks like our leader in winnings is verifying with 600,000 compared to Angel 400. In fact, Sun Thunder in 3 races managed to accumulate 450 over 450,000. And the only filly in the top 10 is Chop Chop, and she won her race and picked up $180,000 and 50 points towards the Kentucky Oaks. So, we're not going to add any races this week because we do have a full line of races. There's actually 3 races where we'll be running heat races for, so we have a full schedule. So let's go ahead and get right into the racing. Okay, and we're now in week 10. That's the first week in March. And see March 4th. And the first race on the schedule is the San Felipe Stakes. And KD victory points is 50 for first place. We'll go ahead and lock all these. There's the Fountain of Youth. And then the Gotham Stakes. And Division 1 and 2 with the finals, which will have to correct the field once the first 2 heat races are finished. Okay, so let's go ahead and review the fields of races for week 10. There's the San Diego Park San Felipe Stakes, 8.5 furlong, grade 2 race, handicapped race, so horses we carry a different weight for various conditions. And there's your field. We'll go over the field a little more when the race comes up to run. Fountain of Youth, same thing, you pick up 50 victory points for a win here. There's 9 horses in the field. And you may start seeing some of the horses in the field that already run a few races earlier in the year in January and February. And there's the second division. And it looks like there's 6 races, 7 horses in this race. Oh, and let's see, there's 7 in the first Gotham Stakes division race, and there's 7 here, so that means similar to a previous race last month, there will be 4 horses that will not make the cut for the Gotham Stakes. So, everything's all set. Fields are all locked for the races that will be running up to the Gotham Stakes. So let's go ahead and get the races going. Here you go, San Felipe. Grade 2, 50 points to the winner. It will be running at fairly near the park. There's your 9 horses in the race. See quite a few half the horses are at 99-1. And then you can see Practical Move is the odds-on favorite. Skinner is the only one that the handicapper deemed to be a factor in the race. But yet again, the third and fourth place will pick up points. That should be interesting to see how that goes. So here's the track at Saladina Park, and we'll go through the field. Chase, the Chaos, Practical Move, Gorgeous Go-Go, Genius Jimmy, Agility, Hero Rocket Ride, Fort Bragg, Skinner, and Mr. Fisk. Okay, let's drop the regular down to 5. We're going to have to do an advanced setting before the next race. Okay, so let's go to the the sewage tower. Make sure all the horses are in place, and we're ready to go. And they're into the first turn and Chase the Chaos, and now Hewitt's Rocket Ride in the back stretch is taking the lead. Going into the far turn, there's still Hewitt's Rocket Ride, although we're pretty close with about 4 horses that all had a chance in the home stretch, but it looks like Hewitt's Rocket Ride has prevailed. Here's Rocket Ride first, Practical Move second, Skinner third, and Genius Jimmy fourth. All picking up points for the Kentucky Derby. Was $400,000 purse, and Rocket Ride came away with $240, and if you were happen to wager on them, $80. $80.20 payout. You look down here, you see a super trifecta would have paid over $3,000. Okay, so in that race, let's go on to the Fountain Youth. That's in Hialeah Park. And you see here, there's quite a few horses in 99-1. And Forte, and odds-on favorite. There's a couple that could give them a run for as many. That's Major Rocky Can. Most everybody else is considered looking for the third and fourth place points. Hialeah Park, let's go over the field real quick. Legacy Isle, Shadow Dragon, Forte, Maricola, Blazing Sevens, 6 is Made, Postage 7 Rocket Can, 8 is Cyclone Midship, and 9 is Dangerous Ride. Okay, let's go up to the sewage tower to make sure all the horses are in their starting gate, and they're up. And through the first turn, it looks like Forte's gotten out too early, and he may be going wire to wire. Let's see. Oh no, we have a catch-up. Rocket Can caught up to him. They're neck and neck, and then all of a sudden, Forte is shot out into the lead in the back turn and just coasted via the home stretch. Okay, for tape first, Rockingham second, Main third, Ian McCullough third. So that's it here from Hialeah, Fountain of Youth, another $400,000 purse. And Forte picked up 50 points for the win. Okay, next up is the Heat 1 and Heat 2, or we also call them Division 1 and 2 races of the Gotham Stakes. Remember, the top 10 will get into the Gotham Stakes final and compete for the Kentucky Derby points. Let's go with race 1. And here's the morning line. Looks like this could be a very interesting race. So horses are all fairly bunched together in their odds. Range Kane is the favorite though, followed by Lugan Knight and Clear the Air. Okay, so I think we're ready to move over to Aqueduct to get the first heat race started. And this is a 1 mile race, so they're using the chute at Aqueduct. Okay, check the sewage tower, they deem everything's good, so they're off. In the back stretch there, it looks like it's Lugan Knight and Mr. Swagger. In the back stretch, we have Recruiter and Transect, and Recruiter and Transect. And looks like it's Transect for the win, and we'll have to check the top 4 final results for second, third, and fourth. Okay, Transect with the win. Mr. Swagger second, Recruiter third, Raising Cane fourth, and let's see, 4. And then how many? Okay, there's 7 horses in the race. So looks like we're shooting for 136 or better in the second heat race to qualify. We'll X out, bring up the second qualifying race. Here at Aqueduct, same conditions. Again, very similar race. It could be a very interesting finals Gotham Stakes race with the warning line that we're getting for both of these races. And we'll go over the field. How great is it? Uncoriated. General Baker. Clubhouse. Skip Mahoney. Iron Clover, and Radio Red. Speed regulator down, and we'll check the sewage tower. Everything's ready, and they're off. Out of the gate, we have unchlorinated, and we do have extra forward moves that will go ahead and see if we can do a better job. That's horse 7, the Radio Red. And we're going to use this sideways to move inside. And these are lane 2 to end. Oh, get them down to lane 1. Let's go ahead and resume the race. And so it's Radio Red and Uncoriated. And it's now Flip Mahoney with the lead. No one. How great are they? And horse one comes out of nowhere to win the race. Again, there's 7 horses in the race. We have a disqualification too. How great is Nate? Okay, how great is Nate? Left Mahoney, Radio Red, Pine Clover. And then we have 3 horses, well actually 4 that were 136 under, so we'll have to take a look and see what 4 horses did not make the cut. So again, we're gonna have to go to the game logs. We'll X out of this, and this time, let's see if I can get this report for you to work a bit better. Okay, so let's see, we have here we go, looks like it'd be easy. Let's bring one up and see if they've already got them. Yep, okay. So we'll take a look at the often timing. This is race 1. And let's see, so we got Lugan Knight 136, which gives him an 082135. Clear the air. 136.6. Yeah. 078243 and Carmel Road. And up 137.2, and that's 0761025. Now we go to the second race. Timing for Gotham Stakes, go down to the bottom, and Clubhouse has a 137.2, so each out of the race, you know, 0761244, and then we have General Banker, ha 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 ha, that's a 137. Like he's nothing to make it, and he got disqualified, so he's an EQ. And then uncoordinated. Correlated at a 136.4, so he made the cut. So we have Caramel Road, Clubhouse, and General Banker all 137 plus, so that leaves Clear Air and Lugar Knight. Oh, no, Lugar Knight was 136.0, Clear Air was 136.6, so Lugar Knight makes the cut, so it's Clear Air, Caramel Road, Clubhouse, and General Banker gets the cut. So, go back to the schedule, and we'll add the field. Okay, real life post position 1 was Clear in the Air. He is gone. He did not make the cut. 2 in real life at How Great is Nate. So he gets the honors of first pole position. And JD Akuta, and he's carrying 120 since it's handicapped. Everybody will be carrying Pacific. They're all different weights. Okay. Real life post mission 3 was Luger Knight. He gets in the second post position 2 for this race. And Dylan Davis will be the jockey. And 120. So Logan Knight, he carried 120. Okay, Logan Knight was real life 4. Train with Iron Clover. Real life 4, so he'll go in the third slot. And fourth will be the jockey, and he'll be carrying 118. Okay, next is Ray's Kane. He's Kane in real life. Whoa, he wasn't post position. Wait a minute here. Okay. Post position 1 is clear out. Post position 2 is out great. 3 is Mr. Swagger. Sorry about that. Got our top. Mr. Swagger goes in the third spot. And his and weight 118. Okay, after Mr. Swagger is uncorrelated. And with Manuel Franco and carry 118. Cool. Okay. Five is Caramel Rose and Scratch. Didn't make the cut. 6 is Banker. He didn't make the cut. He's out. Transect is the next one. He moves into post position 5. Transect Joseph Palamali. And carry 118. Next up is Clubhouse. He's the scratch. So all 4 are horses that didn't make the cut. Scratch. So we're looking at and Lugan Knight. Oh boy. Maybe we'll get this right. So Swagger's here. He carries 118. And Encore is next. Franco. He's carrying 118. The next up, Encore is Emma Rose Skip banker, skip, and transit. And 118. Okay. And Luger Knight. Now we got it straight, I hope. I'm Dylan Davis. Carrying 120. Flip Mahoney. Oh, crap. I'll get this right one of these days. And now it's Flip Mahoney. Trevor McCartney. Okay, Flip McCartney, Flip Mahoney, and Trevor McCartney. Carrying 118. And raise 10. There's Lecano at 118. And then Pine Clover. Florence. And 118. Recruiter. And Angel Torres. Carrying 123. Whoa. And then last one is Radio Red. Ultimation 10. Jose Gomez. And he has 118. Okay, looks like we finally got this right. Let's walk this field, take a look at it. How creative Nate, Swagger, correlator, try the transect, good night. Okay, no duplicate jockeys. And you notice your Brad Cox has trailer has 2 horses entered, and it looks like everything's good. So before we run the race, let's go over the advanced option. We'll put the regular at 12. The default to this 5. Okay, so we're at the Gotham Stakes final. 8 furlong race, grade 3. Pick up 50 Kentucky Derby victory points. And you can see this is pretty interesting race. Race Kane is the favorite, Iron Clover second. Go ahead and with the Aqueduct, we have this set. Spectator mode, we'll start the race. Oh, let's go over the field. Sometimes I forget, but this is a big field. So we got 1, How Great Is Day, 2, Mr. Swagger, 3, Uncorrelated, 4, Transect, 5, Lugan Knight, 6, Slip Mahoney, 7, Rage Kane, 8, Iron Clover, 9, Recruiter, and 10, Radio Red. Well, after putting all the horses into the field for the Gotham Stakes, I think everybody has a pretty idea on what horses are in this field. We'll go ahead and take a look at the Silhouette Tower. It says that all the horses are in the gate, and remember this is an 8 furlong race out of the chute at Aqueduct. And they're off, and let's see how this shooter looks like an Uncorrelated, getting the lead on Swagger, and then Rage Kane, and it's all bunched up in the back straight. Even in the far turn, we still have a lot of horses all jammed up. And we have Rage Kane with an extra point left. See what he can do. At 13, come sideways. It's already in the far turn, so he's going to have to spend 2 points to do anything. So now, he spending 2 points to go out. And then you get 2 more, and he actually gets the lead. So that looks pretty good. We'll end his turn. Spectator mode, get it started again. Oh, we have another one. The Recruiter. Force 9, we'll back him up. You have 12 points to use. You can't go outside because 2's in the way. So you either have to go straight, and you either have to use a forward point to get something going. He has no jockey points left. Switch out, go outside 1, and he does pass horse 8. Okay, we're going into the home stretch, and it's Rage Kane and Slip Mahoney. Looks like Rage Kane is going to win. We have quite a few horses for second, third, and fourth. And we have Transect with some unused points. Let's see if we can do a better job. And 3, you go outside. And yeah, what we can do there is not really going to serve much purpose. So without the 1, he's just going to be in the same lane as them, and just being out 6, so looks like that may be your top 4. Let's do have a couple of horses in the back, see if they can come anywhere near. Nope, it looks like 4 got the opportunity to finish in the top 4. Ooh, Raising Cane, Tri-Sec, Luganite, Iron Clover on the top 4. It's like Luganite had some interesting happen to him. There we go. There's qualified move back one. So it's inquiring. Okay, so there you have it for week 10. And yeah, that's what 10 from act with that. We go into week 11. We're going to do the Tampa Bay Derby. It's divided up into 2 divisions and then the finals for week 11. We'll go ahead and lock the 2. We'll take a look at the fields. And there we have a little Miles. He's in post position 1 again. That's kind of weird. And remember, Classic Legacy is the next. Here's the field here. So, let's go ahead and get the 2 division races from the way. Let's take a quick look again. They have 6. They have 6. So 2 horses will not make the cut for the Tampa Bay Derby. Let's see who those 2 horses are. This is 8.5 furlongs, grade 2, versus 20,000 for the division race. Well, Warren Miles favorite. We're looking at Mickey Bananas and Shaz Srikan as possible the odd horses out. I got spectator mode all straightened out. There's the field. We have Lord Miles, Classic Legacy, Mikey Bananas, Freedom Road, Chester, and Z. Okay. Let's go and check the Stewart Tower, and we're off. Coming out of the first turn is Lord Miles in the lead, and it looks like Lord Miles is cutting above everybody else in this race. He wins either way. Okay, so we're looking at chart American with a 144.2. And then I guess we can take a look at Z at 142.2. And let's see if they can withstand the race 2 horse finishers. Okay, race 2. Whoa, almost everybody 99 to 1 is top trace. This race seems like it's not going to be very interesting at all. So anyway, we have Classic Car Wash, Roadland, Tippet Trice, Dreamer of Kona, Champion Dream, and Prairie Hawk. Ahead, get this race going and see who qualifies for the Tampa Bay Derby. Out of the first 10, we have Tippet Trace, Groveland, and Trippet Trace. And we got Groveland on lead. This is going to be an upset. Major upset. And let Tippet Trace, and no, we couldn't catch up the Classic Car Wash. Whoa. That was interesting. But of course, these races don't mean a whole lot to the top finishers. It's the ones that are still in trying to qualify for the finals. So, We have Classic Car Wash, Tippett Trace, and look at his payoff, Classic Car Wash, $156 at Groveland and Dream Coda. So let's go to Champions Dream. He is definitely out. Yeah, the 147.2, that's far worse than the other one. And then Prairie Hawk at 144.4, leaves the other one out. Everybody in Heat Race 1 all managed to meet, to not get cut. It'll be Champion Dream and Prairie Hawk that did not get did not make the field attempt. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the Tampa Bay Derby. We'll add the field. Okay. Real life post position 1 with Warren Miles. He'll keep that post position in the finals. Warren Miles has Paco Lopez. And then he's carry 120. Okay, position 2 in real life with Classic Car Wash. He'll stay at position 2 for our rendition of the race. Have the right jockey and he's carrying the right weight. Okay, third is Classic Legacy. And you see has IRED. IRED Ortiz. And let's see, Classic Legacy, carry 120. Okay. What is Groveland? Yes, the right jockey is carrying 120. Okay, after Groveland, it's Mikey Bananas. Pablo Morales and carries 120. Okay, 06 is Tap It Twice. And he's carrying 120. Oh, 07 is Freedom Road. And it'll be Hector Diaz. He's carry 120. 8 is Dreamin' of Kona. Jockey's Track, carry 120. Okay. Next up, 9 is Shariki. jockey is the Bacon Diaz. Running 120. And finally in post position 10 is Z. Sammy American, and he's carrying 120. Okay, so we can save it. And we're all set to run the Tampa Bay Derby. Lock it. $400,000 on the line, 50 Kentucky Derby points. So, Tampa Bay Derby is being run a Hialeah, first 400,000. Tip it twice is the favorite. And this is a very odd warning lines for most of these horses. Like Tip It Twice and Lord Miles are two favorites. Everybody else is didn't just for the workout. So we have Lord Miles, Classic Car Wash, Classic Legacy, Roadland, Mickey Bananas, Tap It Twice, Freedom Road, Dream of the Kona, Ricky, and Z. Go ahead and let's do its tower. All the horses in the turning gate looks like they're good to go. And they're off. Heading into the back straight, it's the Lord Miles with three other horses right behind them. Lord Miles and Tap It Twice. Tap It Twice takes the lead going into the back turn. The Lord looks like Tap It Twice has a pretty good lead on everybody else. And Tap It Twice holds on for the lead. And looks like Roadland is second. And Triple hold the finish for third, fourth, and fifth. There you have it. Tap It Twice first. Roadland second. The third, Classic Car Wash fourth. He beats out Mikey Bananas for that last couple Kentucky Derby victory points. Tap It Twice picks up 50 and comes back with a whopping $240,000 purse money. Okay, so that's it for week 11. There are no races scheduled for week 12, so we move into week 13. We have quite a few races here. We have a Phillies race, Fairground Oaks, Jeff Ruby Stakes, Louisiana Derby Division 1 and 2. Then we have the Sunland Derby, and then the Louisiana Derby Finals. So let's go ahead and review all the needs and get right into the races. Here's the Fairground Oaks. This is the race for the Phillies for Kentucky Oaks. And you see Pretty Mysterious there. That seems to be one of the favorites for the Triple Sierra. Jeff Ruby has 10. There's 2 fills. That detail, you've seen a few of these horses before. Jeff Ruby, you can pick up 100 points, the same with the Fairgrounds horse. Louisiana Derby 1. Early Jack, Tippet's Conquest, you've seen a few of those horses race already. Division 2. Fun Thunder, Single Ruler, we've seen a couple of those horses too. And we go to the Sunland Derby. This here is Not sure why it's so late in the season for the prep races, because it only picked up 10 points, but anyway, here's your field for that race. Once the winner with 10 may be able to sneak in the top 20, you never know. Okay, so I guess we're ready to go ahead and just run these races. Interesting thing about these is the Louisiana Derby is $1 million race, 700,000 for the Jeff Ruby, and 500,000 for the Sunland. Pretty interesting. Sunland first 500,000, but they only pick up 10 Kentucky Derby points. Oh well. Okay, let's hit the first one, the Fairgrounds Oaks for the Phillies. Could be a very interesting race with Southland the favorite. This is being run at TRG Downs, 8.5 furlongs. Horse is 400,000. So over the field, South Lawn, Christian Dior, Pretty Mischievous, the Outlook, and Hoosier Philly. Sorry about that. Okay. Take a look at Stewart Tower, and they're off. And leading out of the gate and around the first turn is Pretty Mischievous. So far, it looks like she's going to be wire to wire unless somebody catches her. And somebody does. Hoosier Philly catches her on the last game turn and wins the race over Pretty Mischievous and Southland and the Old. Okay, that was an interesting race. And again, first four is down the Hoosier Philly walked away with, well, probably maybe trots away with 240,000. Okay, let's go into the next race. Jeff Ruby Stakes. 700,000 tours with 100 Kentucky Derby points on the line. The 9 furlong race will be raced at the TRG Down. Here's your morning line. 2 fillies is the favorite. Major Dude is the only other one that's considered even a contender. Let's see. Let's go through the horses here. We have Major Dude, Scooby Quanto, Event Detail, Fantastic Again, Maker's Candy, Baby Billy, Bluebirds Over, Congruent, Escapologist, and 2 Fills. And check the Stewart Tower here at TRG Down. Everything's a go. Horses through the starting gate, and they're off. And later out of the gate, looks like it's going to be Escapologist. Baby Billy had a problem maneuvering, so we'll see what we can do here. We're going to do something interesting. We're going to go outside and around. And now going into the turn, we have Major Dude first and a bunch of horses behind. Looks like 7 Bluebirds Over to come up the challenge, but he slacked off. It's now Fantastic Again behind Major Dude. And then 2 Fills is now caught up to make it a race here in the home stretch. We have Escapologist trying to move again. We really don't have any space else for me. We can't go inside for them to be cutting in front of 7, which is not allowed. So he's stuck. And it looks like it's Major Dude with the win and 10 Fills second. So you got the third and Fantastic in, and Scooby Quanta get the remaining Kentucky Derby points. And you do win 420,000 in the 700,000 purse. Okay, we move on now to the two division races for the Louisiana Derby. So, take a quick look in the field. There's 6 horses there. 6 there, so that means there'll be 2 horses not making the cut. Let's go and get those races started. And this looks like a pretty even race with this arm the favorite. So we have Shopper's Revenge, Curly Jack, This Arm, and Jets Pistol, Triple's Conflict, and Chase This Road. Okay. So his tower says everything to go, horses are in the starting gate, and they're off. Very long stretch before you get into the first turn. Going into the back stretch, you Tanner Austria, but Disarm it just passed them. Let's see, Tucker's Quest needs to do a redo. Yeah, it's 13. I'm gonna slide them outside quickly so it only costs them 1. Got 9 more moves. We got 1 left. Oh, makes me go outside to the new mini good, so we'll leave right there. Okay, we're going into the home stretch, and whoa, Tempest Clips passes everybody at the home stretch. You see that. Chopper's Revenge and Jason's Road were neck and neck, and all of a sudden Tempest Clips passed them to win the race. Tempest Clips, Chopper's Revenge and Jason's Road. Okay, that's the first. That's Division 1 race. It looks like Curly Jack is not going to make it. The cut fizzle 158.2. And we have the Kelly Oswald with 155.8. Probably will make the cut, but we'll have to check the next race to make sure. Oh, we're going to lead the other race. Derby Division 2 race. Oh, it's interesting. We have 3 horses that could be really raising their horse up to make the cut. Single rider, Demington, the baseline beater. Kings Barn is the overwhelming favorite in the race. Okay, so Instant Coffee, Sun Thunder, Kings Barn, Single Ruler, Hemington, Baseline Beater. Last year, 6 horse field for the Division 2 race of the Louisiana Derby. Go ahead and get the okay from the Stewart's Tower, and they're off. Heading into the first turn, King Barn takes the lead in the back stretch. And it looks like he may be he is not caught at all. And we'll have to take a look at these final 6. I wonder if Baseline Beater is going to be way away. The Baseline Beater is the other horse out. Did not make the cut. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this one other race in, the Funland Derby, and then we'll get the field ready for the Louisiana Derby. Again, Funland Derby, 500,000, just only 10 Kentucky Derby points to the winner. It looks like very close race. Wild on Ice looks like the favorite. Oh, we have. How did he do that? I don't know. Low expectation. Henry Q. One is Vermilion, hard to figure, and Wild on Ice. So, take the sewage tower, everything is good. Horses are in the starting gate, and they're off. We have to do a redo for Henry out of the gate. And he moves into the lead. And so we're coming out of the back stretch here. We have Henry Q with the lead. And then, how did he do that? Just passed him. And it looks like it's how do you do that wins the race. Whoa. Yes, how do you do that wins the race? Just those 10 coveted Kentucky Derby points and Henry Q. Wild All Night and Low Expectations. Okay, so now we need to set up the Louisiana Derby field, and that'll end the March races. Let's get to find the setup for the real life race so we get the right post positions and such. Okay, Chopper's Revenge is post position 1. And Ricardo said Santana Jr. and he's carrying 120. Everybody carrying 122. Good, that makes it easier on me. Okay, race 2. Post position 2. Instant Coffee. Coffee, there's a correct Curly Jack. That's the right Chucky 4 and Sun Thunder. And Brian Hernandez will be the jockey for him. Okay, post position 5 is Disarm. And the champion is Joe Rosario. Post position 6 belongs to King's Barn. And Flavin Pratt will be the jockey for him. One of the best jockeys in the set. Okay. Post position 7 goes to King Ostraford to make the cut. And Christian Torres is not the jockey for him. Post position 8 is claimed by Single Rider. Dave Cohen. Is the jockey for Single Rider. 9, post position 9, Tapage Quest. Tapage Conflict has Leo Gutierrez. Subdivision 10. Oh no. Remington. Well, thinking that this was going to be easy. Uh, we have to take curly jack out. Too bad I can't just slide these up, but that's just not the way it works. Need to put that on my to-do list. Okay, and then disarm. Sorry about that. Mario. Chopper's Revenge. Two is Instant Coffee. Three is Thunder. Four is Determined Farms and Determinedly. And Determinedly. After this time, it's King's Bands. King's Band. One King's Barn. Disarm, then King's Band, and the one I can't pronounce. Dang it, that's well. Richmond Torres. Next is Single Rider. We'll get this right. Single Ruler, not Rider. Dave Cohan. And then Tappers. Conquest. And then Bennington. Junior Alvarez. And then finally, post 10 is James Rose. And like Florence. Florence, where's Florence at? There he is. Okay, I think we finally got it. States built, the no duplicates, good. X'd out, and we'll lock it. Take a quick look at the field, shuffle in, farm. Right. Okay, looks good. Brad Costa has 3 horses in. David Osmondson has 2 horses entered. Okay, remember this is the first $1 million race of the season. For 3-year-olds, we'll get this thing rolling. 9.5 furlongs, also I think one of the longest races so far in the season. There's your 10 horses with the morning line. We have King's Farm, odds-on favorites. Doesn't look like it could be a big, close, hotly contested race. This Arm and Sun Thunder looks pretty good. Might be a toss-up for that last set of victory points. You know, for the 4th position. But let's see what happens. Again, it's the $1 million we're racing at TRG Downs. Let's go ahead and go through the field. Chopper's Revenge, Instant Coffee, Sun Thunder, The Farm, King's Farm, Anchor's Trio, Single Ruler, Captain's Conquest, Dennington, and Jace Rose. Okay. Get spectator mode. It's a long straight before we get into the turn. Give me some really good action. Stewart's Tower is set. All horses are in the starting gate and they're off. Well, out of the starting gate we have Shopper's Revenge. Going into the turn we have this Arm taking the lead. This Arm has a fairly big lead here going into the back stretch. Thunder, see what he needs to do. He moves a bit further by us, controlling him, and then get the rest of the horses in the race. Looks like horse 9, Dennington, didn't even get to the original finish line. And then we go out of the race. Looks like it's Instant Coffee with the win, and a nice take-home pay of $600,000 to Farm, King's Fang, Thorns, and Shopper's Revenge. Whoa, look at that superfecta. $18,000 if you hit 2, 4, 5, and 1. Whoa. Even these actions are pretty large payoff trifecta. Okay, let's go back. This is the first week in April. You'll see the 2, 4, 5 races there. And that'll be in our next episode. Let's go ahead and bring up the top 10. And there you have it. After all the January, February, and March races, we have Instant Coffee with 3 races, a win and a show, and 100 victory points. Major Dues, Hoosier, Philly, 2 Phillies, Angel Empire, and so on and so forth. And Chop and Pretty Mischievous are 2 Phillies, and the top 2 Phillies so far for the Kentucky Oaks. You see now we've had have 154 horses now run at least 1 race during the season. Okay, I think that's it here from TRG Central. This is Gary signing off. Again, episode 4 will feature the April races. So, good night, everyone.